Good morning, Grace Christian School families. I hope you are having a wonderful day. What a gorgeous day it is outside. Welcome to this edition of T Minus, where we share all the information, what's going on here at Grace Christian School. Well, you know what? If you don't have a cup of coffee, I suggest getting one or a glass of water or something, your favorite beverage. I hope you had an opportunity to go to the restroom. This is going to be a little bit longer than normal show. It's going to be a little different than a normal show. We have a guest coming on. We have some new things. There he is. Hello, Bob Clark. Thank you for watching today, and thank you for being one of our facilitators for the Easter Upside Down, which parents are going to hear about later today. But we have a great show in store for you today. We have a lot of things going on. Producer Christy is in the other room watching the comments and being able to answer questions for us as they may arrive. But we have a wonderful show scheduled for you today. And to start off, what I want to do is I think we really need to thank Duck Donuts. Yes, parents, and we need to thank you also. Duck Donuts yesterday at 7:30 delivered a ton of donuts for the staff. They were pretty amazing. Duck Donuts is located in Garden Grove, if you don't know that, and I highly encourage you to stop by there. We had bacon and brown sugar, bacon and maple syrup, blueberry pancake, Homer Simpson style donuts, you name it. There was every type of donut under the stars in the boxes that they provided for our staff. Our staff thoroughly enjoyed them, and they were terrific. Good morning from San Antonio. It is great to see you. Our show is reaching everywhere, so it's great to have you on this morning. But Duck Donuts really did a wonderful job of supplying that. And parents, I know a lot of that is because of your hard work in going out there and going onto that page and making sure our teachers were able to enjoy that fancy treat. So parents, thank you very much for doing that. We greatly appreciate it. And what does Mrs. Mullaney say? Do not miss the opportunity. So yes, that was pretty good that we didn't miss the opportunity yesterday. We had donuts all day long, and they were thoroughly enjoyable. So it was a great day with donuts. But that brings us to today. I have a special guest on, and I'm going to bring her on right away. And the reason for that is she also teaches class. So I wanted to get her on so she could get back to her class afterwards. And that's Miss Gasser. Miss Gasser, are you there today? Hang on. Give me 1 second. I just have to do one little thing here to make sure that you are on. I accidentally had this set to a different screen. Oh, wait a minute. What happened to Miss Gasser? Let's see here. Oh, here it is. This is all my fault. I didn't do something that I was supposed to. Here we go. And I have to go back here. This worked in rehearsal. And one more. Boop. There we are. There you are. You're on. Miss Gasser, good morning. I think you have to hit your mute button.
Good morning, Grace Christian School. Oh.
There you go. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Let me hit it again.
You're perfect.
Good. Okay, perfect. Good morning, everyone. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Miss Gasser. I'm a teacher here at Grace Christian School. I teach junior high math. I'm also our junior high director. And in the summertime, I also program. So I am very busy, but serve this school any way I can. So I just have a few announcements with upcoming events that are going to be going on. We have 8th grade graduation. Our 8th graders have been working very hard all year to graduate. And so we are going to get them graduated on May 25th. We are going to start the ceremony a little bit later at 7:30 p.m. And the reason for it is because our graduation is going to be at our school, Grace Christian School campus. It's going to be an outdoor drive-in style graduation. So we're going to set up a big screen out on the grass, a big blow-up screen, a stage, a sound system, and you and your family and loved ones will be able to drive in your car. So that way we are staying COVID friendly and safe. However, for those of you that do feel comfortable, we are going to have a designated picnic area for those that would like to stay in their car, they can, and then the others are able to bring chairs with them, and they will have a special spot to sit and watch the graduation ceremony. On that note, we also from 8th grade, please be emailing me. We are putting together a slideshow of your dear sweet children. So I need 3 photos of your 8th grader that will be put in the slideshow. So we recommend maybe some sort of middle miscellaneous picture. It can be a sport thing, something they've accomplished, or just a fun, cute picture that you like. And then maybe their 8th grade picture or something that's a little bit more current and up to date. So just asking if you could email those to me at jgasser@gcsrr.org. That would be great. And we'll start to get that slideshow put together. I'll also be sending out an email with this information as well. Moving on to Camp Oasis. Oh, sorry, Dr. P, did you have anything you wanted to?
I was just going to say, wow, you're taking right off there with this whole thing. So, yeah, as Ms. Gasser said, she is our camp director. She does a fabulous job with Camp Oasis. She's also our junior high director, and she has her hands full if it wasn't for that alone. But you know what? I think we need to share some really exciting news with all the families. You want to share it?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. So this weekend, some pretty big life-changing news happened in my life. I got engaged.
Oh, the glare!
That I've been dating for 4 years. He's a wonderful man. He took me out on his family's boat in Long Beach and proposed to me on the boat, and then had a whole surprise engagement party planned for me at the restaurant where we had our first date. So it was extremely special, very sentimental, and we got to celebrate with all of our family and loved ones.
Wow, that is awesome news. So, all right, we got that out there. So if you're watching, if you're one of the 30-some people who are watching right now, you got to hear this first before it really got announced to the school. But tell us a little bit about Camp Oasis. What's in store for everybody with the camp this year?
Yes, so Camp Oasis is so much fun. So little backstory, I used to go to school here at Grace Christian School. I also used to attend a similar summer camp program. And so I have the most fond memories of being at camp as a kid. And so it's an honor to be able to now in the planning side of allow that fun to continue for students. And so registration is well underway. If you go to the school website, www.gcsrr.org, click on that programs tab, scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll find Camp Oasis. There are instructions on how to register. Just remember, or just be sure that you follow along whether you're a new family member, new to the camp joining, or you're a returning family member. It's a 2-step process if you're a new family and a 1-step process if you're a returning family. When you fill out those registration forms, I get the confirmation that the registration has been submitted, and I try my best to log in every day to process those registrations, but sometimes there's a day or 2 lag, especially if it's over the weekend. So you will receive a confirmation email from myself. It's the Camp Oasis email, and it will say that your registration has been confirmed, and then I give you the next steps if you're a new family member to how to continue on to the second portion. Or I will also send you a confirmation email. It's a different email if you're a returning family member on the next steps.
Absolutely. So parents, just remember if
the second.
Oh, go ahead. Second thing. I'm sorry. All yours.
Yep. No, sorry. Just really quick. In the second email that you'll receive, I also include frequently asked questions. Hopefully, a lot of those questions that you have. But as always, if you have questions, please feel free to email me. I try to get back to you as soon as I can.
Excellent. So her email address will be down in the show notes, jgasser@gcsrr.org. And you can also call the school office, leave a message for her if you need. But email is probably the best way. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I would agree. And Camp Oasis does have its own separate email. It's campoasis@gcsrr.org. So it kind of helps me keep everything organized if you send them to that email as well.
So parents, Camp Oasis is really a ministry outreach for us to help other parents that might be working and need a great alternative through the summer. And we highly recommend sharing this with your friends and your neighbors about Camp Oasis. It's a great time for our kids to fellowship and have fun with each other. And Miss Gasser does an amazing job. You put together a spectacular staff every single year that just love the kids. And do you have any returners coming back this year?
Yeah, definitely. So all of our main teachers, our lead teachers, they're all credentialed teachers, so they are qualified to be not only having fun with your kids, but also providing that little bit of educational piece that we've added into camp within the past few years there. So Miss H in 5th grade is going to be returning. Mr. Steffen's going to be returning. Miss Holloman, our TK teacher, is returning. Miss Cheka, our kinder teacher, is actually interested in possibly working as well. We've added Spanish to camp, so Mr. C is going to be joining us. And then we have part of our daycare staff. Luke and Lauren are going to be coming to camp as well. So we definitely have, Miss Anguiano, who used to teach Spanish here, is going to be coming back to teach during the summer, or to be a counselor during the summer as well. So it's a lot of familiar faces and well-qualified people who love the kids, and we love to have fun over summer, definitely.
Excellent. Summer's a fun time. It's fun. You get to see staff in a different light here. But Ms. Gasser, I can't thank you enough for coming on and sharing all of this with our families about the fabulous news about your engagement, about graduation that we're doing, 8th grade graduation this year. We're doing it here. And the reason we're doing it here, parents, is it was such a huge success last year. And also, we don't want to take a chance of trying to set it up at someplace else and they cancel on us for the last minute or something like that. We want to plan, and we know our 8th graders deserve a spectacular graduation, and we want to give it to them, right?
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you for having me on the show. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, Ms. Gasser. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right, parents. So we got to hear from Ms. Gasser firsthand about graduation. That's a big announcement for our 8th graders. And also about Camp Oasis. 2 big things that we have coming up. Something else that we have coming up. Let me tell you a story about a school named Grace who had lost and found all over the place. Along came a lady who took care of the problem. Her name was Miss Baumgart, and let me share you a little bit more. I know it didn't end well, but hey, it was a quick writing. But anyway, Miss Baumgart came up with, Brenda, for her friends, came up with this spectacular idea to somehow connect our parents with the clothing that their children have lost and left behind here at school. And it's called a virtual lost and found. So sit back, grab your cup of coffee, and I'm going to take you through a few screens here of lost and found things. If you haven't checked your email, we've emailed all of these lost and found items to you. This is our first take through the process. So take a moment and look at it. If you need some clarifying questions, there's information in that email how you can go forward. So here, up next is our first screening of 1 through 12. We have a couple of gorgeous items there for you to look at. We have a wonderful little jumper, number 5, that's pink for your favorite little girl in your life. Number 12, we have, it looks like a plaid or paisley print. No. Anyway, here are items 1 through 12. And Brenda did a wonderful job of sorting these all out so that you're able to look at them. And here are items 13 through 24. And if you take a look at those, there's some frozen and all different types of things available there. And if they're yours, please let us know. We want to get these back to you. And here's 25 through 36 that are out there. And next on the agenda is 37 through 49. Yes, take a look at all those things. There's a nice little camo vest. There's a lot of vests right there that you need to take a peek at, and a lot of jackets. And here's 50 through 64. You can come back and watch this video later and pause and take a peek at these things. At some point, I'll go through and I'll put chapters on here so that you're able to look at this a little easier down the road. And then we have items 65 through 79. There's Mario Brothers. And we will end it with Just Do It, 80 through 95. That Boston Bruin shirt right there should be easy to identify, or the Batman if you're missing that at home. So anyway, Brenda, thank you so much for thinking outside of the box and thinking of other parents and finding ways to reunite these clothing with families. Parents, I know kids' clothes aren't cheap. And a lot of times you'll be asking your child, hey, what happened to this? And they can't really recall. Here it is. We're going to do our part to help reunite you with that, anything that might be missing. And, oh, this is pretty funny. This was Holly has already put a bid on number 6 and number 18. That was something I was telling the office ladies. We could have like a little bidding auction for the stuff, or like a runway show that we have everything modeled. But yeah, absolutely. And in the email, there's more contact information for you on how to do that stuff. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the eggs. The egg giveaway. We have a couple of baskets still, and we want to give them away to you. And the office staff, producer Christy and President Sean from PST, came up with some questions here. And if you can answer these questions, the first one to answer the question will win a basket of eggs, the ones that we've been giving away, not eggs that you cook on the stove. So here's the first one. You just have to reply in the comments, and producer Christy will let you know if you are the winner or not. Who is in charge of the National Junior Honor Society here at Grace Christian School? If you know who that is, write it in the comments and you will win a basket. Only one basket per family. Oh, look at that. Thank you for the kind words and well wishes. You're welcome, Mrs. Gasser. Yes, we have some great parents out there wishing you a lot of well, and we will find something to really celebrate this. Norigian, yes, Sanjita, great job, yay, 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 yay. We do have a winner, but I'm not the one who's awarding those, but that will be producer Christy. Here's next. What grade is your coup in this year? What grade is your coup in? So you guys remember who your coup is, right? There he is, your coup Cam. So what grade is your coup in? If you can answer that, you will win a basket. And we'll come back here to the main. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. I see someone got the answer. What is the name of the group of parents who do the morning check-in? What do we call the group of parents who do the morning check-in? If you can put that down in the notes, you have a chance to win a basket. Producer Christy will identify that. And next, what role did I play? Who did I emulate at the end of the talent show? Who did I emulate at the end of the talent show? So if you can put that in there, you will be the winner. So of that. The next one is this I say at the beginning of the episode, and you should know that if you watch these episodes. How many weeks of school are left? What week of school? This is T minus what this show is. So this one was T minus what? That will give you the answer to that question. And finally, the final question is, what is the name of our mascot here at Grace Christian School? What is our Roadrunner's name? So anyway, I'll give you an opportunity. I see people answering these questions left and right. This is fun. It looks like we're going to have a lot of winners to all of the baskets, and what a great way to get you all involved. It looks like we have a ton of people watching the show from all of the different platforms, from Facebook and from YouTube. I am so excited to see that. I just want to remind everyone that if you subscribe to our channel, it really helps us. We are trying to get to 1,000 people, 1,000 subscribers, and what that does is allows us to broadcast anytime live from a mobile device. And in the case of an emergency or disaster, that could be priceless. So if everybody went out and just called a loved one, if every one of our families called one loved one to sign up, we would break 1,000 in no time. We're making headway slowly but surely, but we need to get there a little bit quicker. So I see that we are still having a lot of people answering the questions, which is awesome. And we're going to move on to the next thing. This affects everybody. And what we're going to be talking about next is, give me 1 second here to move this over. Whoops, there we go. What we're going to be talking about is Carline. Carline etiquette. We're starting to have a few problems out in Carline, and I understand things are different this year, but we have to be, number one, we have to be polite to our neighbors. Allow them the opportunity to pull in and out of their driveways, not blocking their driveways when we park. The second thing is school lets out at 3 o'clock. We have parents and people who are picking up the kids getting here at 2, 2:05, 2:15. That is too early to be getting here at school. It does create a bit of a safety hazard for us because as parents start getting here at 2, 2:15, 2:30, they are starting to back cars up into the street. And what else is happening is people that are coming to pick up their children from daycare, or excuse me, from preschool, it's making it extremely difficult for them to get into the parking lot in order to pick up their preschoolers. State law mandates that preschool parents have to come on campus, have to physically sign their child out. So parents, I'm challenging you not to get here at 2:30, 2:15. Don't start getting here until maybe 2:45. We would greatly appreciate that. And those of you who have been around for a while know we used to have a game that we would play at 3:10 is the best time to come pick up your child because Carline is pretty well cleared out by then. All of the classes are out. If you're getting here at 2:15, 2:30 and you're parking in Carline and your child's class doesn't get out say till 3 o'clock or 3:01, and another class maybe gets out 2 or 3 minutes earlier, it's backing up the entire Carline. So parents, please be sensitive to that. Loved ones, please be sensitive. If you have someone picking your children up, if you could pass that along, I would greatly appreciate it. The last thing I'd want to do is to close the parking lot where no one can pull in the parking lot unless you're a preschool parent before 2:45. And so please pass this along to the loved ones who are picking up your children, and let's try to get here later rather than earlier. And I know we all have busy lives that we're trying to get around and everything. But next up, I want to talk to you about St. Mary's. Oh, look at who's there. Your coup popped into the St. Mary's screen. Wasn't that funny? He's just trying to get into everything here. Anyway, St. Mary's was here and did vision screening yesterday, and we screened. Oh, that's pretty funny. I need to retire this 20-year-old email, the bando. Anyway, that's Mr. Sherman put that up. I'm catching comments down below. But we need to thank St. Mary's for coming out and do vision screening for all of our students. They screened over 150 students yesterday for vision. And we can't thank them enough for doing that. It was extremely helpful for us and was able to give some kids the opportunity to know that they might need glasses, and they give information to the parents to pass on. Next thing I wanted to talk to you about is the City of Hope blood drive that's coming up. As we mentioned in prior episodes, we are fully booked, but we are trying to get some backup people scheduled just in case someone cancels at the last minute. We were in conversation with the City of Hope, and they are in dire need of blood. So every one of the people who have signed up, you are going to make a huge difference in someone's life. And I can't begin to thank you enough. You're really giving the gift of life. We're hearing from the Red Cross and Blood Bank that this is really, there's a major shortage, and it's a critical condition right now. And I can't thank you enough for signing up to donate blood, but if you haven't signed up and you'd like to be on deck, please reach out to Selena Mullaney in the office at 714-761-5200, 714-761-5200, and she will get you signed up to be on the reserve deck just in case we have someone cancel. She's also available at smullaney@gcsrr.org. Also, I'm talking to you next about RenWeb. RenWeb, as I told you last week, we've really been trying to work out where you get notification if your child has an assignment below a certain grade. I know we're running into a couple technical difficulties. At one point, you were getting progress reports. Another point, you were getting every single assignment. And another point, some people were getting it every day or twice a day. We're working with RenWeb. This is something new that we're trying to put in place, and we appreciate you parents that are providing us with feedback as Mrs. O'Rue is working with that company trying to get it narrowed down. Right now, we think we have it set that if a child receives below a 70% on an assignment, it should be notifying you. And once a week, it will be notifying you. I think we have it set for Sunday evening at 6 o'clock. It will give you a progress report overall for your child. So you'll get a weekly progress report and a notification if your child's below 70% on an assignment. Those are some things we're still working on. If you get any of these things, you're able to log on to RenWeb and drill down, and you are able to see what the assignment is, what the assignment's missing, or the reasons why, and you can work with your child to rectify those situations. So, can we turn that off? No, you can't turn that off because we want the communication to come to you. That was a question asked by Mr. Sherman. There's no way that you can turn it off. We have to do school-wide. So anyway, let's hear. Josh Colburn, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Tell Mr. Nishimoto that Josh says hi and was telling my wife about the Nishimoto sign the other day. That's pretty cool. Yes, I do vividly remember his sign in the classroom, how to pronounce his name. So, Mr. Nishimoto, Josh Coburn is saying hi to you. Coburn, excuse me. And I'm sure he's waving back to you if he's still on here. Anyway, let's talk about the next thing that we want to go into, and that is Easter. We are going to be celebrating Easter in a special way. We have put together a series with the help of an outside organization called Upside Down Easter. And here's what the logo looks like. We are going to have myself and 4 other individuals. That's Barbara Woofner, one of our receptionists in the office, Robert Mullaney, Mrs. Mullaney's husband, and Bob Clark, Mrs. Clark's husband, and Brittany Cinco, our first grade teacher, and myself are each going to take a different day the week before Easter. And we have a special video that's going to be about 2 or 3 minutes. And we have 2 or 3 minutes to kind of highlight about that video. So over the 5 days, you are going to get to see 6 minutes about the Easter story. And we highly encourage you to watch it, enjoy it, share it with your family and friends. If you have a family member who's not churched, let them watch this. It's going to introduce them to the story of Easter. It's our way of reaching out to the community or to those who may be unchurched. And we also are going to offer ways that you can contact us. We can pray with you if you're not saved. And we can also put you in contact with one of the amazing churches that serve our school. We have so many, and we would just love to make that connection for you and make it easier. So once again, we've got some great people who have stepped up to help. Barbara Woofner and Rob Mullaney, Bob Clark, and Brittany Cinco are all going to be sharing some great information for everyone, and I think you're going to want to tune in and share that with others. The next thing I want to tell you about is teacher request registrations going on, and we've talked about this in numerous other shows that we are not allowing teacher requests this year or any other year going forward. We put this in as a test, and we've concluded the test. We gave it a fair amount of time, and we believe in talking to our teachers and different parents that the best way to move forward is to eliminate the teacher requests. It prevents a lot of issues. I know in past shows I've talked to you a little about some of the funniness on some of the requests that I want my child to be in this class, but I don't want this child to be with my teacher or this child. And so basically you're making requests for other students also. We've also had parents who've put in requests for a teacher and then 3 or 4 weeks later come in and say they want to move their child to a different teacher. And because of that, our classroom teachers really know your child. They see them day in, day out. They know their colleagues, and they know where they're going to be most successful or where they're going to need to be stretched. And so that's why we're rescinding that and not doing that test any longer. But I put this out here. I think this is the 7th time I've talked about it in one of the countdown shows or the T-minus show, because I just want everybody to be aware of that as we get into the final few days of school. With that being said, it's a busy week here at Grace Christian School, and we have 35 viewers watching right now, and I can't thank all of you enough for tuning in. And, you know, we've got your crew over there on the Your Crew cam, and here's a little bit better picture of him if you can't see him. There he is. Look, he has an exciting job here at Grace. When he's not working, he's taking a nap. One of our students drew that really cool picture for him. But as we get back here to the show, Parents, it's been a busy week here at Grace. We were just calculating today, 98% of our students are on campus now. And we have a lot of fun things. We have the spring program coming up, and the kids are going to be getting ready for that. And it's going to be really unique. You're really going to love it. It's a patriotic program that we wrote, and it's going to tell a history about a lot of the songs, the patriotic songs that we sing. Well, parents, I can't thank you enough for your continued support of our school, of our teachers, and our staff. Your love, we feel it daily, and we can't begin to thank you enough. Oh my goodness, we have a blast from the past who just left us a message. And let's see here. I have to put this up so everyone can see it. Heather Anderson. Hello. How are you, Heather? How is everyone in your family? So glad you are tuning in. Those of you who may remember, Mrs. Anderson was one of our 5th grade teachers. And her husband, who was a CHP officer, got transferred out to the Temecula area. And they moved out to Temecula. Heather, we miss you. I'm so happy to see you watching our show. I look forward to, Denise and I, my wife, we look forward to your Christmas cards every year, watching the kids just grow like weeds. It's so great. I hope if you're ever in the area, you get a chance to stop by and say hi to everyone. We would just love to see you. But with that being said, Heather, thanks for tuning in again. Parents, we love you. We can't thank you enough for your continued support and just being there all the time for us. I just don't have the words enough to express how grateful we are to you. But we're going to be continuing to move on, and I will see you next week for T-7. And here's one fun fact that you can live with today. After today, there are 38 and a half school days left this year. There are only 38 and a half days kids have to come to school this year. Tara, thank you very much for your kind comments. Thank you to all the teachers and staff for all we do for the kiddos. We appreciate that, and we do feel the love. Debbie, thank you. Yes, it is amazing that we only have 38 actual educational days left. Where has this year gone? But anyway, this is it. We're wrapping up the show. Parents, thank you for tuning in. I will see you next week on T-7.